Episode 154.
That's so sneaky.
Zhou Yebo and Liu Fei heard this. They regretted not speaking up sooner. Now, Xiao Yun had taken control of the conversation. He downplayed his initial sleep up but gave a vivid blow-by-blow account of how the four-man team got wiped. And he made it sound like, had he been there, things would have turned out very differently. Both Zhou Yebo and Liu Fei wanted to argue, but seeing Wang Jiexie's expression shifting between stormy and clear, but they didn't dare utter a sound. Xiao Yun was finally done talking. He concluded.
We've decided to get some proper practice. In with these low-level accounts, and go find him again tonight.
When it comes down to it, aside from being unfamiliar with the low-level accounts, we really can't find any other excuse. That was the only stance Xiao Yun could take. Wang Jiexie didn't confirm or deny it. After a moment of silence, he suddenly looked at Zhao Yingji.
What do you think, Xiao Ji?
Xiao Yun and the other two were seething with envy, while Gao Yingji stood up, a flicker of panic in his eyes. He stammered,
I think that's amazing.
What's so amazing?
That Lord Grimm.
How good is he?
Zhao Yingji glanced at Xiao Yun. Since Xiao Yun had glossed over the details of his own defeat, he didn't mention being toyed to death by Lord Grimm's concealing steps. Though Zhao Yingji was guileless, he wasn't so naive as to miss Xiao Yun's little ploy. But the shadow step technique clearly demonstrates Lord Grimm's skill. He's no ordinary player. Zhao Yingji only entertained the thought for a fleeting moment, and not telling the truth would mean he wasn't the guileless young man he was. He soon began telling the truth.
I saw Brother Xiao get taken down by Lord Grimm using Shadow Step. When the four of us fought him later, every move we made was already part of his calculations. I think that person was Lord Grimm, too.
Tou, what do you make of him?
He's got a wealth of experience. Every attack and skill was executed with perfect timing. Every judgment was precise.
Such a formidable figure. Have you ever encountered one?
Zhao Yingji was taken aback, and after a long pause, he said,
That would be the captain.
Tou and the rest of you.
Wang Jiexie's gaze shifted, sweeping over the others.
Other than me, have any of you encountered a master of this caliber?
The three members of Cloud Piercer exchanged bewildered glances. They acknowledged that Lord Grimm was a skilled player, but Zhao Yingji had actually said he'd never seen anyone this strong except for Wang Jiexie. Wasn't that a bit too much of an exaggeration?
Do you think a master like me could never appear in a new server?
The three of them fell silent. Liu Fei, however, gave a nod.
It's precisely because you've got this preconceived notion that you think Lord Grimm is so incredibly powerful.
But that's all it is. Just impressive.
You never really bothered to gauge his true skill level, did you?
The three of them continued, staring at each other in silence.
Lord Grimm is no ordinary player. Then who is he? There is an 80% chance it's Ye Qiu.
The group gasped in unison, their voices overlapping in surprise.
Is he online right now?
The others were all practicing with their own characters. Hearing the captain's question, Xiao Yun quickly logged out of his main character and logged into the level 10 server. All to count, he'd used the night before. He logged in, searched for Lord Grimm's name, and gave a nod. He's online.
He was on last night, and he's still on now.
That's an all-nighter.
No matter how much you play, you can't just game away the entire afternoon. That must be his downtime. He'll probably show up tonight.
Wang Jiexie thought for a moment, then suddenly slapped the table. Every player who heard it looked over. Those wearing headphones soon got the message from their teammates.
After dinner, we're adding an extra training session.
Wang Jiexie announced to the entire team. What's the subject? Asked a core player of the captain. Boss run.
The greatest boss in Gory's history.
The group was dumbfounded, still not understanding his meaning.
Fushen, go get some account cards. They need to be from server 10, level 25 or above, with classes that match our main roster. We don't need any for the substitutes.
Wang Jiexie gave the order. This Deng Fusheng was the vice captain of the Tiny Herb Club. The account is a night class named Du Ho. Dang Fusheng acknowledged and left the training room. Everyone couldn't help but start whispering and murmuring among themselves. Wang Jiaxi rapped the table once more.
Now back to training.
The training room fell silent. A moment later, the sounds of keyboards and mice resumed, now crisp and free of any distraction. Wang Jiaxi, still on the substitute bench, asked, "Was there a recording from yesterday?" The group was taken aback. Liu Fei blurted out.
The captain never said we were recording.
Zhou Yebo shot him a glare. This woman really had no tact. How dare you shift the blame onto the captain? Then, from a far corner, Qiao Yifan timidly raised his hand and said,
Wow, I have a recording. Let's take a look.
Wang Jiaxi strode quickly over to Qiao Yifan's computer. Qiao Yifan quickly stood up and moved aside. The recording, naturally, was from the character's point of view. During the full auto replay, the camera can zoom in and out, but there's no rotation or anything like that. Qiao Yifan's recording began with his moonlight charge, only to be parried by Lord Grimm. The ensuing melee was pure chaos, a testament to his own desperate struggle. Nothing could be seen from the footage. On the side, Xiao Yun breathed a sigh of relief. He'd been juggled to death with Shadow Step. At least it wasn't recorded. Who knew Wang Jiaxi had such a sharp eye and steady hand, constantly clicking to play and pause the footage? Every single one he caught was from the perspective of moonlight being surrounded when the camera inadvertently panned over towards Lord Grimm. Ying Xiao was sent flying once, twice, thrice. From full body to half body to a third of his body, Xiao Yun finally lowered his head in embarrassment. He wasn't recorded on video, but he got serialized in a comic instead. Wang Jiaxi said nothing. The recording ended after Huoyu, following Zhao Yingji's falling leaves crying crow, made their escape. The second clip that followed began with a choppy, fragmented picture. Clearly, Qiao Yifan was also hiding, with Huoyu only able to pop up now and then for a quick, sneaky shot. Then the fight began, and Qiao Yifan was forgotten. This time, from a spectator's vantage point, the entire sequence was captured clearly. Right up until Zhou Yebo's white, Night Black Day got killed, and he yelled at him. It wasn't until Hai Yu stepped up to help that the scene finally fell apart. The group stood nervously in the back, watching the replay alongside Wang Jiaxi. They all bowed their heads, waiting for the reprimand. But to everyone's surprise, Wang Jiaxi said nothing. Instead, after standing up, he gave Qiao Yifan a pat on the shoulder, and then left.